Hello and welcome to another episode of Factorio. I've not been working on this thing, and I do want to do that later on. I did want to do. I used to have a display. I just removed it, didn't I? Oh, no, there it is. I used to have this display. Let's put it down. I modified it a tiny bit to fit on the new substation grid, and if you put in like the ores, wait, let's do it in order. You and you, and let's say use 1, you are 2, you are 1, 2, 3. Why not 1, 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. So now the system thinks that that's in the system at this very moment. So again, 1 copper ore, 2 plates, etc, as you can see in the right side of the screen. So that's now in the system, and we're building this thing, and it's gonna take a little while. This is one that I made in the last episode. If you want the blueprint, comment down below and I will try to get this one. This one is just a variant of it. I changed some things around. Let's see if I can get this string to be passed in. Yep. This is the display blueprint. Print. Notepad. So it takes the input. Then it has here. It has every 4 seconds. So let's say change that to 2. Every 2 seconds, it will change between 2 things. We have 5 different options. So seconds things. So you change that around, and there's also a timer somewhere that I don't know anymore how it works, because it's been a long time ago. I'm checking if it's below Z. Where is Z stored? Z must be stored somewhere, right? Where is Z? Output Z. Output Z. What? What? I don't understand. Oh, I know what happens. This is in seconds, and then we do S times 60, so we are not in frames, but we are in seconds, so U is being in seconds. Then we do seconds times the amount of times that it takes, and that's set to have some timer. That's how it works, and then it shows. Almost done with the screen, so don't worry about that. It shows the item right here, as you can see right here. We have ores. This is iron ore, blue ore. This is iron plates. This blue plates. That's steel, copper ore, and copper plates. That's all set in these combinators. And they respond at the green signal line, so basically that just tells them what item that is, and if there is a certain item, like if petroleum is in here, it will show a petroleum logo, and that's these items. And if copper is in here, it will show these items, and that corresponds to the things. You can open these to see which numbering system they use. Most of them use a 0AKU, and if you go to your menu, and it used to be that if you change it 08KU, so it uses this section basically for the display. So that's basically this section of display. So that's nice. It also set up so every item would be able to go into the system. But that's a different story, and I think I did a tutorial on this a long time ago, so if you want to see that, search for it. If you don't find it, contact me, because I will probably do a new one. But basically there's a timer here that switches. As you can see, I is changing, and I transfer to Z, and Z, basically the output Z, that's going in here. You can see input signals Z3, Z4, Z5, and then it goes back to Z1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are basically checked. If Z is 1, then it allows all copper input count through the system, and it just throws it into the green line here. So if you throw any item in here, it will use that item. If you throw noise in here, yeah, I will try to display noise, so that's a problem. So that's why this is here, a filter basically on showing. I didn't use that here because this is my filter, because I want every display to only show one thing and not the multi-display support that I have here that shows multiple things, because this is pretty hard to see how much items there are. And if you look at it, then you can see, well, yeah, I'm gonna run low on copper. In one blink you can see that we are really fast using copper and that kind of stuff. If you go to production, you can also see that stuff. We're using 36,000 per second, per minute. Anyway, so I'm filtering that, putting that into the system, and the system just calculates there's a segment display. I surely have a tutorial on that. Basically, don't see this as one big giant piece. See it as, no, I should probably do the next one. See this is 9 second segment display. There's basically 9 segments that I turn on and off. And if there is a 2, if there is a 0, then show these icons. These icons correspond to a 0. And if there is a 5, then do that. 1 is easier. This is 1. So 1 is C and F, A, B, C. So C is that. D, E, F, G. So if C and F is on, that basically shows you 1. This is how it works in real life if you want to know. Well, not all, not your computer screen, I mean. But if you have a 7 segment display, this is how it works. So it's basically a representation of how it works in real life. And this is one of the most compact ways to do it. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not using a second row, why this row is not here, because this one is checking for 5, and the data to make a 5 is in here. So this one is checking for a 5. I'm basically reusing that thing. So if there's 2 5s, then this one uses it, allows it to, and this one does it. So that makes it a little bit more compact. This here is to for every 10th, so it divided by 10 basically, and then round it up. Talked about that. There's a color here too, so you can set the color if you wish. So if we just, I don't think that works with this one, because that doesn't allow that through. But basically, if you would put a color in that thing, I believe. No, apparently not. Apparently, only display can show colors. Colors are put into the X things. This is an X thing. So if you set the color here to red, yeah, it does work. So the system can also handle that, and it should ignore the number. So if you say 999999, it completely ignores that number. So that's nice. Oh, true, it does go through. Oh, this is just the coloring system. I made a basic only line for the color. Wow, didn't know that. You don't need that basically. We can remove it, or if I want to change the colors around, what I also could do, if I just no, I want to do it in a different channel. So I want to add a green wire here, or remove the red one, but then remove the red one. Because this is moved, we can add it to this pole, to that place, and that way if we just remove a little bit of this, how far do these go up? Oh, they go to the one above, so I only need to remove this row and then it should be fine. So if we just remove this row every time. Why doesn't the first one have this one, the coloring segment? I think this is the coloring segment, isn't it? Could be. We will find that out really soon. If we just walk to this place, yeah, that's the coloring segment, so that should also be hooked up. So you used to be hooked up, but now you're not, so I'm gonna hook you up to that. Why is you hooked up to there? You are hooked up to this one. Why are you? No, you're not hooked up. You're hooked up to this one. Okay, that's fine. So you should just hook up to there. And if we now select this and add that to this one, and then add a color in here on the green channel, like yellow, I don't know. That displays yellow, so yellow is being put in. I missed that. Alright. Something is going wrong. Well, at least this one is working, so if I select this, except for that one, and move them here and there, 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 and there. Let's see if we can add color to our lives. Okay, you are not working. You. We do have yellow here. We're putting yellow, but we're not putting it in. Because why not? You are hooking up to, I guess, that one then. So if we select it again, don't select the or. Rather, if we select this again, do not copy that one, and then try to pass over here. Then it gets yellow and yellow, yellow. Ta-da! So now we can change the color of things. The only problem is that I also changed these things that I didn't want to do. So you are that, you are that. This one should be iron ore. This one should be set to iron plates, and then this one should be set to steel. So now the whole display is yellow, and if I would change this one to a different color of my likings, this is the most I can move. Can I change that in the map color? Oh yeah, I can. So if I change the color to red, red is not readable. Green, green would be readable. Blue, nah. Yellow, purple, blue, white, it is already. Gray wouldn't do anything, black wouldn't do anything. Yeah, okay, it's fine. White is fine. But we at least have the option now, so it is enabled. So that's the screen. So I can, meanwhile, I can just remove this whole thing without much problems. And I'm gonna keep some lights like so. Alright, so that's working. And also you can be removed. So now we have a nice display. What I also want to do is, I know this is going to be taking a little bit of time, but I want to hook this up to the oil setup. So I want to move all these. Oh, they're not even hooked up to each other. That's a problem. How many of these are hooked up? It seems like they all are. Yeah, good. Also, it seems that we are missing one of these right there. Don't know why. So we get this one and we expand our network. Yep, it's going well. And then we just walk around and just try to get that to the oil setup. Up, huh? It's going well. And then when we are at the oil setup, we're gonna use that to send the oil status of how much oil we have to the same spot, so we have a nice display area where we can see almost everything. If you can see the ores and the things, that will be useful, and I can later add some different things if I really wish to. Right, then we go up right here. Alright, so now we are here, and indeed the values are getting through. So if we just get this number to be sent to, yeah, and then we'll get one blueprint to get there is a special system somewhere in hand right here, this one. This will swap the channels from green to blue, I believe. No, it will swap green and turn it into red. So now also the oil is in there. Heavy, yeah, everything is there. Good. Also a quick checkup, so to see if the oil still works. It seems all fine, so that's good. Why are you seem to be low? There's not much going through this one. There seems to be more through this one. Oh, it should be fine. The big thing is, my voice is getting. Wait a second. I'm sorry for that. My voice was getting dry. Need to drink. Keep drinking. I know I'm doing that. So the oil things are now being sent to the display area, and oil things do change quite often. I also like the items, but doesn't matter. These trains finally somehow sorta keep up with each other, and this line is not 5 long but 4 long instead. So it's getting there. If you go to production and to fluids, then like 10 minutes or something, and then say you want to see all the oils, and say an hour ago. So I've been playing for more than an hour stably at that rate. So it's higher than it used to be, especially the petroleum. But the consumption of petroleum in the last hour was the same as the production. It was at least better than it used to be, as you can see right here, for the last 50 hours or so. So it's way better than it used to be. And although this is climbing steadily too. So oil is sorta good. The one main thing where oil goes into is the research. So we're doing a lot of research things. I've been waiting for the research for a JelleWho Shell Team 10 to round up, but that's one hell of a big one. We just need like 200,000 science packs, so that's 200 more rockets, and I already launched 2,725 rockets at this very point, which is quite a lot if you ask me. I want to do more displays. So I don't want to walk around with all the ingredients for displays. So what I was thinking, can we, we can bridge gap that way, so we would bridge gap this way. All right. I don't have that blueprint, so I'm gonna get this blueprint again. I want that substation with it, because if I do, then I get more powerful things. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for oil. Or can we just hook it up? If we just put that blueprint right here, press N7, try to put a radar in range, like so, and then we can remove the upper one because we would not need it. Now press S7 to remove that debug menu thing that I used to line up radars. You can now do lining up radars with. Oh, I should be able to hook them up. You can now do that with the menu itself, if you didn't know that. But you cannot really see how far you can go. And if I press this, I'm like, oh, this is the boundary. So I'm looking for a row in here, so I can also put it just down here. It doesn't matter. If I rather, I think, keep it down right here, because if I put it too high and I remove it, I probably will notice. I will not notice. Right here, I should be able to notice that. I don't use that debug menu for cheating, and I know it can be unstable and that kind of stuff, and I accept that. Now let's see. We should have enough robots, like with 400 robots doing things. Why aren't I just getting spammed? Oh, that's the reason why the robots have problems. They cannot fly such long distances. Right. Well, for us then, because I can walk a lot, and we don't have lamps. I can walk a lot of things. Let's get you, and let's get you. Make sure that the requested chest is in big enough quantities so that it can keep up. Alright. Then we walk. I hope that the robots can place a lot of things down. When we're done with this, I will end the episode, by the way, because we're having that time limit thing again. I hope that I can place this one down, that one down, that one down, that one down. Yeah, that's all placed down. That's good. So now let's select source. We want heavy oil to be here. Oils. Heavy oil. Then we have, no, that was crude, heavy, light, and petroleum. Select it. Then we hook up this to this, and that should have some numbers blinking and such. Though we are not completely done yet. It is going. They need a lot of lamps. How much do lamp cost to make? Just iron green circuits. I think the problem is with the iron sticks. That's the biggest problem. There are no lamps anymore. Although if you ask someone to make a few thousand lamps, that's probably going to be expected. So let's walk down right here and grab some iron. There's also no green circuits anymore. Why aren't there any green circuits? Because they're all going to one place. Fine. I'll make 200 lamps myself, or start making quite some lamps. You do have enough green circuits, because here you have 200 more, and I hope that will be enough. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna handcraft some things. I had like 500 or something. Oh, okay. I want this one to light up. Oh, we're coming. We're coming there. Why aren't you lit up? Because A should be all, because this is missing and they are all hooked up like that. Alright, that's fine. You can see the crude oil, heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum. So we just need to wait until all the lamps are done with building. Also, I wondered, did we hook up anything to this system? So if we just manage to see what my range would be, see if we can build one of these. Someone just, come on, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please place that one down. Come on, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so it shows steel. What? Why would this be steel? It shouldn't be steel in here. This one is really if anything. Let's copy this one. Let's show you a heavy oil. So we have no picture for heavy oil. What's heavy oil for picture anyway? It doesn't have a picture yet. Alright, so oil is this one and this one. Doop. Doop. You hook it up, you to you to you. You if heavy oil. So instead of red, we should change the color to blue. Because blue is the only color I can think of that isn't wrong. Purple, blue. It's pretty bright, dark blue then. So light petroleum, heavy, and crude. Now we can see how much is in the system, and we can still see that copper ore is getting low. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope to see you in another one soon. Have a nice day, and goodbye.